All right, we're here. Sam, you're muted. Unless
Oh
you were just
no, I
mouthing.
was just
Oh, okay.
shaking my head saying I have no idea what that means. So
Oh boy, we're having a terrible time already. Hey, welcome back to Tenements of the Great Rift. This is a D&E Doing It Live campaign. We're on session 56.
Yeah.
Yep.
Heck, this has been a ride.
13 more till 69. Not that I already did that math.
Oh shit. I don't know. Well, I think we will. So yeah,
Okay.
we are back at some planning and preparating is the word I was going to say, and then I've said it anyway because it's funny. For the big conflict at what we now know as the Great Rift looming above the Desserin Valley, not far from Red Larch. We did spend our last session doing some split prep and knowledge checking and history checking stuff, and sort of getting ourselves set up for what we've got going on. And of course, I clicked off of the recap summary I was going to give you just as I started doing the recap summary. Here we go. Here's some major items. Whirlin is. Learn that Whirl's parents are together again and doing something intending to help you all directly. They also find a bag of holding stacked with valuables and a fun training dummy scarecrow in the backyard that Whirl never knew was a training dummy. Okay, scrying on Yolantha reveals that she... Oh wait, was it Yolantha or Braylon specifically?
It was Yolantha specifically.
Yolantha. Oh yeah, the hairbrush.
Because we had stuff of hers.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
we found her hair.
Yes. Okay, we see that she is unconscious and captive with what we're calling future Braylon, who is attempting to attune to her super powerful magical items, and so far not successful. Taryn and the town cleric successfully hallow all of Red Larch, and Fang Ironhead agrees to provide a training skirmish involving all of you, himself, the Griffins, Pal, the pastry wizard, and possibly young Braylon, whose name I have been misspelling for the entirety of this campaign.
I mean, same.
I've also
I
been.
think I had a Y in
misspelling
there.
for the entire time.
I think I
also
have
have a Y.
BRAELYNN for the majority of my notes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's been a ride. Anything else that you guys want to add to that before we hop into today?
Gert finished the book,
Gert did finish the book, and
Did.
what did we
and the
learn?
handwriting changes halfway through.
What did we learn about the book, Gert? I'm totally putting you on the spot. I'm sorry.
oh gosh, hold on. Let me get back to it. Because I remember this. Well, sort of. Why are you being so slow? Go to it. Wait. Hold on. Did you not put it in Tome of Foes? Did you not put the other stuff in Tome of Foes? The last stuff?
I did not. That's my bad. It's in campaign talk.
Ah.
My fault.
Oh no. My computer is running very slowly today for some reason.
Okay, I can cover it.
Sorry about that.
While you get stuff loaded up. No worries. Okay, so we learned a few things about Orcus specifically, who we know is directly involved with Astaroth's grand scheme, and has been in indirect conflict with us a couple times throughout the campaign. So here's what we got. Orcus is the demon prince of undeath, known as the Blood Lord. He takes pleasure in the suffering of the living, blah, 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 blah. He wants to spread undeath. He wants control of everything. He wants the abyss to be opened up into the entirety of this world, and he wants death to all living things, essentially. We do have some details about his wand, which we've now seen twice? Yeah, at least twice.
I think.
The most recent of which was being wielded by a night walker who used it to raise some undead It was basically different versions of our two wizard nemesis, and we know that the wand itself is a nearly sentient thing on its own. Extremely powerful magical artifact. Super undead, super evil. TLDR. Anything else?
Nope, that sounds right.
Okay. Cool. So with that, we're gonna get right into it. We did promise that we would start today with Whirl. Going to insert city name here. I'm blanking.
Silvery Moon.
Silvery
We're already
Moon.
there.
There it is.
Yeah.
Or already there. Yes.
Yes.
Because you kind of landed close. And
I
Iz
think
was
they
like, "It's
also
all good."
talked.
Yeah,
I
we
think they
did. We
also
landed
talked to
inside
the,
instead of outside, which was
Mhm.
good.
Yeah. Sorry, Taryn. What was that?
I was gonna say I think they had also had a small conversation with the necromancy specialist in their
Hazel.
archons. I forgot what the name of the school is, but archons. place.
Yes, that is correct.
Yep.
Okay, so lots of knowledge gathering during that last session. So
Mhm.
we will, as promised, start with you two in Silvery Moon. What would you like to do?
What was I doing?
We were either going to shop or we were going to meet up somewhere and go back to your caravan.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I figure if you want to, we could go to caravan first, shop tomorrow, and then bounce back to Red Larch in the early afternoon.
Yeah.
Great.
Works for me.
Cool.
Cool.
Take me to your home.
Easy enough to do. Sorry, I'm trying to make the music play and it's not working because Firefox. Anyway, continue.
Just a day riddled with.
Yeah. What if technology
Technicalities.
didn't?
Yeah.
What if it just was cool for like 30 seconds? That would
Yeah.
be super dip.
I accidentally said a joke that I had made to Sam this week that involved butts. Anyway, and I didn't realize I'd done it until after I did it and watched her giggle. So we're winning today.
Are you winning, son? Okay. Yeah. So the caravan is just like on the outskirts of town. It's a mishmash of a bunch of different, like pulley cart type home sort of things, traveling carts rather, that seem to have been there for a long time, though you can see the ones on like the outside of the conglomeration of them might not have been there for very long, or like the roads leading to those carts are more fresh, indicating that there are people coming and going at all times. But like the closer you get to the center, the more like overgrown it seems, with the land kind of like, trying to reclaim these carts rather. Just picture a bunch of ivy and stuff all over most of the carts in the center, and like at the very center, you'll see a relatively rundown cart. It's like painted purples and greens, but you could barely tell because the paint's kind of chipping off and stuff, and it's damn near imperceptible to like a hill at this point because there's just like dirt and dust and plants that are just overgrowing it and stuff. And is just like very casually walks up to it as if, she's been there 1,000 times. Mom! Hey, Mom! Mom? You in there? Mom?
So I'm realizing I should have asked you this before, but we're gonna see
Yeah.
we're gonna see if I can flex some improv muscles here in the moment. What's your mom's personality like?
Cool. Well, she is a very stout dwarven woman named Devira. Very calm in her kind of appearance, but can be very demanding when she needs to be. So kind of like brings out that part of her personality when she needs to get a point across, but otherwise is very cool and collected. trying not to, throw herself too much off guard.
Okay. Excellent. And this caravan, about how many from last is would have remembered how many people would have been usually like around in and about this caravan?
Probably between 30 and 40 people. The number fluctuating depending on the time of year it was. A lot of the caravan would like travel all around Faerun and go and trade stuff and come back and stay there for a few months, but then continue traveling. But it's roughly the number that she remembers.
Okay, excellent. All right, you're calling for your mom, and you will hear from inside the cart. Oh, hello, dear. Come on in.
Yes.
Hey, Mom. I know it's been a while.
Hey, hi, how are you?
Hi. I'm great.
And she's
I'm
gonna
great.
just like, before you even start responding, just like bear hug your like lower half.
Mm-hmm. Very used to that. She'll just like respond in grabbing her mother's head and just kind of gently patting it.
You look like you haven't had a good meal in a good month or 3. Get in here.
I mean, sure.
Who
All
is
right.
this?
Hey,
You come to.
this is
Hi.
my friend Whirl. She's super
Hello.
cool.
Hi.
Hey,
She's gonna
is
be, like leading you inside.
is Vin around at all? I sent him back home, but I don't know if he made it or not.
Oh yeah, he's been a busy bee. He's
Okay.
been in and out and talking about these things that you dealt with. You got to tell me all about them.
If you've got an extended period of time in which, yeah, it's not great, but we're trying to fix it.
Oh, lovely.
If you can believe that.
Mhm,
Actually fixing things.
Yeah, we're fixers now.
Yeah.
Or she's a fixer now. We're both fixers, but
Yes.
we're fixers.
Okay, well, come on. And she's just gonna be like semi-forcibly like leading both of you into the cart here. And would you say she's like more of a messy or organized person?
Oh, super messy.
Okay.
But it's like an organized mess, you know? It's not just like hoarder
Method to the
mentality.
madness.
It's
Yeah.
like, yeah,
It's
it's like,
maximalist.
yes, exactly. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, imagine like if you were in a home and like every square inch of the walls are covered in like picture frames and art and plants and stuff. That's the kind of thing that you would see in here.
Okay, excellent. So, World, to you, it might look like a tornado went off in here, but this is home, and you will see that there's been a shift in maybe some of the expected, I'm going to say, piles of stuff in this sort of main area, and you can see pointedly separated from any other piles of things is going to be a small stack of parchment with like pieces of string sort of strewn about right next to it and around it, and and food is readily available, which you might imagine is a pretty normal thing for your mom. She hosts people in and out of here all the time and is just like the group mom in a lot of cases. So she just points you to it and says, have at it, whatever you like. I can make more if you want.
Well, shucks, thanks. And like immediately just, grabs a plate from one of the cupboards. It's like just a bunch of mismatched plates and just like starts doling out a plate. Whirl, you want any? Or like you want to get your own?
Sure, I am capable of getting my own. I'm not going to make anyone
Okay.
do things for me. You guys, you're fine. And I'll grab a plate and
Neat.
fix. Yeah.
The forks are in the cabinet to the right, but sometimes they're in the cabinet up to the top left. And they might be
Cool.
like in a cup, but they might also be in that drawer in the bottom right. It's
Totally, I'll figure it out.
okay,
I'll
yeah.
just start opening things and finding what I need.
Cool.
Like, oh, you told me to make myself home? Bet. And just start going around and finding the stuff I want. Yeah.
So, Mom, anything anything different around here? Anything changed a lot significantly in the last several weeks?
Well, not right here, but there sure is a lot of commotion going on in town. Wouldn't really know much about it, but Vin seems to be involved. He said that you took care of some stuff, and he had to follow up on some things that you tried to send, and well, there they are. So I guess he did it.
Okay, well that's good to know. Did you get any of the mail that I sent your way?
Yeah, didn't
At
you
all?
hear what I just said?
Yeah, sorry. No, I just so it had to have Vin intervene. Okay, all right. No, that's good. So at least you got it. That's good.
Yeah.
Everything's been comfortable here. Nothing like you haven't like run out of anything that you need.
No problems here. Everybody's working, everybody's selling, sometimes
Okay.
a little bit more than usual. So
Hey.
it's been interesting to hear about your adventures, although I must admit I don't understand half of what you're saying sometimes.
That's okay. That's okay. I don't really expect to just throw all this on you and have you just immediately comprehend everything. It's kind of a lot. It's a little bit different than sneaking into town and stealing shit for you to resell. So, you know.
Yeah, I'm real
Completely
glad we're
different.
past those days.
Same. Yeah, actually. Now we just, you know what? I won't even get into it. Okay. Yeah. Just key warning here. Vin can probably fill you in on the things that he's doing, but as far as what we're doing, it does involve a lot of these cults in the area, a little bit like further southwest of here.
They sound like trouble. You're not a cult, are you?
No.
She's like,
No.
between you two.
I'm like, not anymore. And you hear something just like break in the background. I'm like, sorry. Find it, cast mending, just put it back.
You'll see Devira do the same thing too. She'll like sit down on something and it'll crack and she'll just pick it up and like use mending on it. It's just like that's just a normal thing around here. Things break and just are reattached to one another. Okay, yeah. So creepy cult things. It's bad. It's really bad. Doing everything that we can to ensure that this stays as it is. Because if we don't intervene, specifically us, I don't know how or why, but specifically us and a few of our other friends too, this could all go away.
Oh.
Like immediately. And that's...
One of those date with destiny stories, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Get a lot of that in the trading business.
I would imagine so, yes.
Okay, so what do you need from me?
Honestly, if you can, leave. For a little bit. And then come back. I know
Where
that's...
do you suppose I would go?
I mean, that's a good question. I mean, maybe like super further east. But even then, it's kind of the whole place that's in trouble. Can you get to a different plane by chance?
Oh, I don't have any of that magical gift.
Well, I know, but like, do you know anybody that can do that for you? Just, you know, for a week.
Like the time.
So
being.
like a vacation. Yeah. Anyone got a timeshare on a separate planet or something like, you know?
If your mom
that one got me.
would have got herself into one of those deals.
Oh, shit. Does she know anyone? Well, I suppose I could check with the college.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, they probably have some resources that you can utilize. I was just over there, actually, learning about some stuff that can help us in the fight against this all going away. So, yeah, utilize any sort of networking that you might have with that. If you need help with that, Whirl's really good at talking.
Right.
So, if you need
Well, I don't
that-
know if you knew this, honey, but I'm pretty good at talking too, so I think we'll be just fine. Sounds like you're busy enough as it is.
Well, golly gosh, yes, I do know this. This is nothing new, Ma. But just in case, we came here for information, but also to make sure that you and Vin and everyone else here was okay and gonna be taken care of, and maybe go on a little vacation for like a week-ish.
Well, it's gonna take a lot of convincing for all of these guys, and she's gonna just like gesture about, indicating to everyone else in the caravan. But,
Okay, how
if-
much do you need?
What?
What do you need me to convince you to have everyone move? I know that's weird.
Oh, it's not me that needs the convincing.
I know. But everyone else.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on that.
Okay.
I don't know if you could help much, or if you should spend the time helping with it. But I can at least say we have to go make an excursion to the rich wizards that like to do trade with us sometimes, and at least get some people moving.
Yeah, there you go. Use that as incentive. Maybe they can help trade something that the rich wizards might be looking for or something. It literally anything to get them to move, which is difficult considering, you know, the nomadic nature of everyone, and you would think that they would be okay with up and moving, but this is also home. So yeah, I understand you've got a bit of a task ahead of you. We do as well. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Okay, dear. And she's just gonna be like, like she's having this entire conversation with you, like half with her back to you, and just like talking to you as if you're right there anyway. Well, as if you're right in front of her anyway. And then like taking a second to pause and keep talking with you, and then just like generally shuffling around. You know how moms do sometimes. But she'll just respond with, "Okay, I'll work on it."
Okay. I mean, it's really good to see you. I know I haven't been around very much lately, but hopefully you can understand the brevity of what we're doing and the necessity to be away or something
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
you kids and your adventures all the time, but this one sounds like it's a doozy. So
It is.
far be it from me to hold you back.
Okay. Neat. All right. Well, maybe I'll try and go find Vin and see if he needs help with anything. I mean, if not, then is it okay if we stay here tonight and we'll be hiking out of here tomorrow?
Of course.
Okay.
I don't know if he'll be back. He's been busy running that trade business that apparently you guys cleared up. So
Right.
Oh,
Oh.
sometimes
did,
he's gone
on
for a
accident.
few days at a time.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if he's not here, then punch him in the arm for me and tell him I said hey.
She's just
I
gonna
mean,
give a chuckle and like shake her head.
You don't have to punch him. That was a joke, by the way. I don't condone familial violence. Anyway, got any new siblings that I don't know about? Got anyone that you've recently adopted that I could, you know, rope into the family?
Oh no, not yet. I mean, with as busy as everything's been, haven't really been able to keep track of many more people. We're full up at the moment.
Oh, okay. No, that's good. That's good. Better to be at capacity and helping as many as you can than not, I guess. So, okay. Yeah, just figured I'd check. Cool. Neat. Sorry, it's weird being home. This is really nice, but it's weird.
Of course,
Like
dear.
this is where I would sit and do everything for years. It's just
so what's
it's like
your
I never
story?
left.
You've got a little swoosh about you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I just swoosh. That's just kind of a thing that I do. Do you want like my whole backstory, or like where my parents are from? Like what information?
You can
would
talk as
like?
much or as little as you want, dear. I'm here hosting.
Don't threaten me with a good time. I am very good at music, and I am very good at convincing people that they should also like the things that I am saying.
That sounds like a really nice way to bring everybody together tonight, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. Totally. I can do those things. Yeah.
Well, okay then. And then she'll go back to like shuffling around, just kind of doing things, or write a little note and set it down, or every once in a while throughout the day, someone will like come to the caravan or her specific spot and like talk to her, or she'll go away to talk to somebody for a few minutes and come back. So Is there anything else that you two would like to specifically do or talk about?
How much money's in that bag?
If you were to spend the time counting it,
I figured we probably would have done it. We could do it here, or we would have done it probably at Whirl's house, with also no other things that we had planned on doing that day, other than poking at the scarecrow. I forgot what the word scarecrow was for a second, so I had to act it out to myself. I think Whirl would also like it. Anytime we found diamonds, would have put them to the side and like hunker them down for potential to give to the clerics for
Okay.
safety and insurance.
so if you're setting those aside, clearly their value in this number is extremely important. You would start losing count after about 200,000 coins, gold coins.
Holy shit!
like it's a lot.
As we're like halfway through this, I'm just gonna be like, I told you my dad was loaded.
Yikes. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Holy shit! That is an
Um,
insane number you just said out loud.
World, make a perception check as well, please.
Perception.
Yeah.
13. Plus, I'm gonna use one of my things. Where did you go? My Pact of the Talisman. So I'm gonna add an additional D4 to that just because I want to. 14.
Okay. On top of this, just like the straight up gold and like jewels and diamonds, you find occasionally like a random piece of fabric, a random like mug, like a decorative mug, and other like trinkety things
Sure.
that don't really seem like they have you don't really like recognize them as from anywhere that you would have seen in your lifetime and in your adventures or anything. You actually even recognize one sort of, what is like a small tapestry? I don't know what to call that.
Like,
I guess just like a small tapestry of
sure. Like an embroidered pillow.
Yeah,
Size.
but like
Yeah.
an 8.5 by 11.
Sure.
That is like a handcrafted tapestry that's like almost like a postcard-esque depiction that says City of Brass, as if it's like a touristy thing. And these other artifacts and pieces of fabric you find are like, what is this? Where is this from? You don't recognize anything about any of them. But they would at least indicate to you that it seems your father is well traveled and not just around here.
Yeah. I think when I get to the City of Brass tapestry thing, I'd show it to Iz and be like, do you know what this is or where this is? Have you ever heard of this place?
Have I heard of this place?
You can make a history check.
I believe that you
yeah.
might have heard about this place, Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, shit. All right.
It's a D10.
Oh, it's going to be real bad. Well, okay, let's do that. Let's do that D10 just in case.
Yeah.
Let's
Just
see.
like really think
Please.
about it. Okay, money. No, wait a minute.
6, so 15?
15.
With a natural one. And
Is Zoom being weird for anyone else, or is it just me?
A little bit. What's
kind of being a little weird.
yeah?
Okay. Okay. So
And I
it's not
can't
just.
fix it.
That's okay. Okay. So, City of Brass is. You've heard that city name before, but really only in the context of like fables and fairy tales. You would at least recognize that it is associated with the Plane of Fire.
Right? Faster, hand. Okay.
Right.
I'm getting a really warm, kind of hot vibes off of that name. It's something I probably would have read about as a kid. Maybe.
Cool.
But like flames. Lots of that somehow.
Like on the sides of your face? Flames?
Flaming flames on the side of heaving breath.
No, you got it.
Yeah. The fucking plane of fire.
Oh,
That's where
That's-
that's why it feels hot. You know how you like think of something and you like associate it with something else, like the river for some reason. I think of like lemonade. I don't know why. But
Sure, I think
this
there's
City
a
of Brass
word
is
for
like
that,
it's
but I don't-
hot.
sure. Yes, sure. That makes sense because like it forging and stuff, probably.
Yeah?
Right.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
All right.
Neat. All for it.
Cool. Well, that's dope. There's so much stuff in here. I don't know what to do with any of it. I'm probably going to slowly take a bunch of trinkets and they're going to end up in my necklace, but that will be for later.
Okay.
Just pile them around in places. But holy shit. And I will give again the bag back to Iz. Just in case, I don't want to accidentally have it on or near my person and then forget that it is on or near my person and then go inside my necklace and like fuck some shit up for anybody.
Cool.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Cool. But did we come up with a diamond amount so that I know in my brain what to tell them that they have?
I'm sorry, was that a question for me?
Yeah, probably.
Can you say it again? Sorry.
Yeah. What was the diamond count on the diamonds?
Oh.
Just so I know what I'm giving my clerics for safety.
It was.
And by
it
clerics,
was-
I mean Gert.
Yeah. It was one of size 500. And
Okay.
three of size 300. By size, I mean gold value.
Totally.
And then the rest was like amethysts and other smaller precious gems.
Cool. Great. Dope. I'll put some stars next to that in my notebook for remembering reasons. Cool. We have counted.
A lot.
So much.
All the counting.
Such. It's just
All of it.
such. Hey, now what? Now what do we want to do? Should we just wander around the caravan and convince people to come over so that you can tell them all to leave?
Yeah, we can do that.
Right.
Though I can go introduce you to all my friends if they're still here, but hey,
Sure. I love
Yeah.
people.
cool.
Not sure if that
People are
was
like-
clear by my whole like vibe.
Well, perfect.
Yeah.
Could introduce you to Tara, James, and Beatrice. She's super cool. She's really good at making like peach cobbler. God, the peach cobbler that this woman makes.
Nice. Cool.
That's all I want. That's all I want to eat ever, forever and ever. So good. Anyway, yeah, we go around and introduce Whirl to all the people. A lot of interesting folks. Non, like very specific kind of person here. It's very much like her family makeup. You know, Iz is a changeling. Her brother's a half orc. Her
Totally.
mom's a dwarf. Like it's just
Yeah.
anyone and everyone is here, and they all act like they're all the exact same. Doesn't matter who they are.
Cool.
Good people. Yeah.
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 Nice. Okay. So we're gonna pause there for you guys, I think, and come back to the Red Larch crew. What's going on for you guys? For I'm having a brain fart. We're at the beginning of the next day, right?
Yes.
You teleported at the beginning of the next day.
Yeah, we teleported. Yeah, at the beginning of the next day, we hung out at the university for a sec to like find out information and like generally expand on our own abilities, and then went back to the caravan for maybe the afternoon/evening. So we're on day 2 of us being out.
Gotcha. Okay, back to Red Larch Crew for this same day. What's happening for you guys?
I wouldn't be able to do anything until like early to mid-afternoon because I'd still be casting Hallow.
Right.
Ah, that's right. Yes.
And our, well, I feel like our day 2, we already did, right? Because
Oh,
I
you
went
did.
and because I went and got my stuff and we trained with the birds.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. Sorry, I got
Yes.
my timeline mixed up. So we did do that. We're now into the latter half of this second day. So is there anything else that you would want to be doing, or did we conclude that you guys are essentially done with this day and going to rest up?
Yeah, again, it's just training for me and working with the hippogriffs. So
Okay.
I probably would have gone to the All Faith Shrine and done some reading there until like dinner time, and then head back, and then would have head back to Swinging Sword.
Okay.
oh, actually, we should probably ask permission if we want Braylon to come and beat us up.
Fang said he was gonna talk to Joseph about it.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Cool. Then we don't have to do that.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, cool. And then Cal, anything for you?
No, nothing new. No,
Okay.
I don't have anything. Yeah, that I need to pick up or do or anything. So
Okay. So then we'll flip back over to Whirlin' Is again. We're going into an evening where what was her name again? Mom's name?
Davina?
Devira.
Devira.
Davira.
Is essentially showing you guys to everybody, and you recognize pretty much everybody and have some chit chat. And there's the opportunity for Whirl to provide a little entertainment for dinner time that involves like the whole gang and crew. But unless there's anything in particular you guys want to do or talk about at this point, we can go into the evening.
I don't think anything in particular. Just been doing a lot of convincing of people to leave their homes, which is hard enough to do, but
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, let's have both of you make a persuasion check. See what this looks
Ooh.
like.
fun. Oh no. 17.
Nice.
Just in case, I'm gonna add one of my talisman guys to it too.
Okay.
I know that's already a 21. It's the lowest I can roll.
That's wild.
Expertise, motherfuckers, man. A 1? Okay, fine. 22.
Zoom, if you could figure your shit out, I would
I
really
know.
appreciate it.
I'm just gonna turn off the dice. I think it's the dice.
Okay.
Oh well.
So it seems overall you're very convincing. You're telling people as much or as little as you want to, basically, about the broader issues at hand and the dangers that come with it. So it seems like people are prepared to at least temporarily make a shift. Okay, and we will go into the evening. Taryn, you have exhaustion, right? But we will get an uneventful overnight.
I didn't mean to send what I just sent character talk yet, but I was going to say I would have cast sending to Whirl.
Oh, okay.
And that's the message that I would have sent.
Gotcha. I missed it.
I just sent that in character talk.
Cool. World, do you respond?
Yes. I would have been like, ha! Oh, hey! So we're in Seacomer. This is the end of the second day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
we still-
we're in Seacomer. Have a bag of money from my parents. They're on another plane. We'll figure it out later. Bye. And that's what you would get back.
Very good.
Yeah.
And then if we're all in the swinging sword, I would share that out loud with Cal and Gert, so we're all in the know.
Okay. So, we have an uneventful overnight. You are through a much needed, successful long rest, and we're off to the next morning. Is and Whirl, what's happening for you?
Shopping?
Yeah.
Oh, and also general goodbyes and last minute convincing.
Yeah.
Right.
Generally. I don't know that we need to super go into that other than just like give Mom the biggest hug, and then giving her the second biggest hug, to pass on to Vin. And further attempting to reiterate, please God, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you guys have like maybe, I don't know, give yourselves like 3 days.
Yeah, you know?
And then, yeah, you know, like a little time to like plan and coordinate and such. And then that's probably a good time to maybe be not around for like a hot minute.
I think Iz would also try and convince her mom to, like, write her a really nice note just to have as, like, you know, something to, like, kind of cling on to in the bad moments. But in reality, what she's doing, is handing her, her small little book, that she keeps all of her warlock shit in, and trying to have her sign her name, so that I can use the gift of the protector. So in the event that something really bad happens to her, she won't die.
Nice.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can
Mom,
write, like,
I just...
6 names in it, and there's only 4 of us that have written in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because Cal
Yeah.
is afraid of magic.
It's the bad magic. It's okay. Yeah. Mom, I really want to get a tattoo of your name someday. So, like, you just, like, write your name here clearly. So anyone else can read it. I know what your name looks like when you write it, but that'd be cool.
Okay.
It's so the tattoo artist can read it.
Yeah, exactly.
Make a deception check.
It's pretty good.
Hey, 17.
17. Okay.
Mhm.
She will do it. She will write her name.
Thanks, Mom. Means a lot. Yeah, shopping. What are we? Hey, world. What are we shopping for? You looking for anything particular?
I mean, a little bit, kind of, yes. I just want something for everybody
Okay.
that might like help them with the things that we're good at, but make them better at us being good at things.
Okay.
So, like,
Yes.
I have heard tell of this like concertina that is like really good for me, because I like concertina music. I don't know if you heard of this guy. He's kind of weird. His name is Al. But I really like the way that he plays music, and I think I want to make some of my things sound like that.
Cool.
Thank you, everybody, for
Yup.
following me down that hole for that joke.
So good.
And like, I feel like there's probably some like cleric-y stuff out there that could help our friends. And I feel like you could use maybe something that makes more spell slots happen, since you won't shoot your bow and arrow anymore. And I understand why. I just dislike that personally in my heart. And Cal, we should
I
probably
do
get something,
too.
even though he won't accept anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something that we know he'll use in the moment because he'll need to, but not
Right.
outright because he'd be like, I'm set. Look at all the cool
Right.
shit that I got. Look at Thunderpoke
Right.
and look at how dope it is.
He's like, look, watch me stab things. And I'm like, but what if we made you better at stabbing? Or what if we made you better at not getting stabbed?
Yeah. See? You know what?
Right?
I like the way
Yeah.
you think.
Cool. Okay, so things in brains. I have sent only Ash the list so that now we know what we're looking for, ideally,
Yeah.
allegedly. Great. Let's go. Where should we go? You know where to find Richie ass things around here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's the bazaar just inside town walls. There's like the hoity-toity merch place if you want. That's in the rich district. So many different places that we can go. Let's just go check it all out.
Yeah. I'll just follow you.
Cool. I think first we'll go to the bazaar because sometimes there's some good shit there. But if not much can be found there, then we'll move towards the super high class fancy area, in which case will change her look entirely. Anytime she's in city walls, she does not look like herself.
Okay. Let's see.
I would say Whirl looks like herself, but like less dirty. Like she's just like whipped up a mask of many faces, and so like all of her outfit is now like pristine, and it's a little bit flowier than it actually is.
Okay.
Ooh, you know, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Is gonna change herself to look like a relative of Whirl's, but someone who might be like not lesser class, but like less high dressed or something. So someone who's like the middleman between talking like to the shopkeeper and Whirl, as like, you know, her assistant or something. That'd be funny.
Oh, let's do this.
Okay, so you go to the bazaar and there's a mix. Both of you make a perception check, please.
Okay.
Oh, it's a new day. Remind myself.
Perception. 7.
Working on it. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Crushed it.
Okay. You can see
We're
that
doing great.
the bazaar is like unusually packed, I guess, today, with more like sort of quirky, trinkety shop setups. You got names of places like the Fantastic Dog, the Perfect Plate, the Eager Blossom, and the Purple Tooth.
Oh, we're going into the purple tooth.
Absolutely. You kidding me?
And they're all just like the most extravagant of them is like a small tent. The rest of them are like carts and of like various sizes and multi-compartment in some cases, and the overall atmosphere is kind of low and lazy among everybody that's here at this point. Not like rude or bad or anything, just kind of like the vibes are calm.
This is like a flea market, and we're looking for things that would be at Sotheby's.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Love flea markets. Yeah, like let's be real.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what should we be looking for things? I don't know where to go next. I'm just gonna follow you.
I think the stuff that we would normally find here might not be kind of what we're looking for.
Sure.
It's like finding a diamond in the rough sort of a thing, right? Like you're gonna have to really dig for a long time. We might as well just go to the places where I know we're gonna be able to get good things. Except there's one place here that we can hightail it to. Check there first, and then off to the rich people place.
Sure. Following you.
Tight. What was it? The Purple Tooth? We're going in there.
Oh yeah. That's the guy that's got weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me check something here. What shenanigans will we have today?
All of them
Yeah.
simultaneously.
Yeah.
This is not helpful. Here it is. Okay. In the Purple Tooth tent, you will find basically 4 tables that are just like this world's equivalent of just like card tables set
Totally.
up. Just kind of like around the perimeter of the tent. This is like full-on garage sale style setup. And there's a whole slew of random items all over the place. Some look completely mundane, and then there's like the occasional plant. There's a lot of colors, and one halfling male that greets you. I lost it. Here we go. He's just kind of sitting on a chair, dangling his feet. This is me dangling my feet.
It's so cute. Hi. How are you today?
Doing all right. How are you?
You know, could be better. We're looking for some things.
I have
Maybe
many
nothing.
things.
Really? Oh, you do? Yeah. You know, by the look of things, you sure look like the kind of person who can procure a good item or two. So okay. How does this work? Do I just say, hey, do you have this thing, and you check to see if you have it, or can I just give you a general vibe of what we're going for and see what you got?
Well, I can try. Yeah, I think. Well,
Okay.
all right, shoot your shot. We'll see what happens.
How old is this halfling? Is he like 12 or is he like 40?
No, sort of middle-aged.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Like, yeah, what are we shooting our shot on?
So I've got a couple, like holy individual friends that might need to kind of boost their abilities a little bit. They're extremely devout in all that they do. Do you have anything that might kind of lean in that direction?
Well, I've got books, like journals that you can like write devotional stuff in. I don't know if that's what
Okay.
you're going for. This is this cool plant that like someone could pray with if they want. I don't know. Like, sounds like you want something more that's in the territory of what the blade would provide. But journals and plants and
Sure.
stuff here.
Okay.
Maybe have stupid question. You have maybe like a giant like championship belt.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. Roll a d20.
Oh boy.
If it's over 10, the answer is yes.
Hell yeah.
Whoever wears it also gets
Did
Hulk
it roll?
Hogan's voice.
God damn it. It's doing the like, let's do an animation and take all of the time in the world.
Oh yeah,
and
that is absolutely killing you're gonna want to turn off the animations in D&D
Yeah.
Beyond.
Well, point being, it was a 2.
Oh
So,
rip.
I was 18 for a while, and then it was like, nope. Rude.
Sorry, I don't have anything like that.
That's too bad. I was about to make Cal wear a fucking like wrestling belt for the rest of the game, but nope. Not in my cards. Too bad. Okay. The sword, the stab, what did you say the other place was called?
You would recognize this. He's referring to the false blade, which is a much higher end item. Shop and store would not do it justice. Like
Okay.
the way
Emporium, boutique.
Emporium. There you go. That's good.
Totally.
You want something good, you go there.
Okay.
You would know this for sure.
Okay. All right. Yeah. But you might just need to go check out the blade. I want to give you some business here too. Sir, you've been very kind with your information. Do you have any musical instruments by any chance? Like ones that people who are of the magical variety might be able to partake in?
Oh, I think a famous bard once used this, and he's just gonna like pop off his stool and pull out this like kind of a guitar case looking thing, and open it up, and just this is like a 5-stringed instrument, and 3 of the strings are busted, and he just kind of like plops his hand on it and gives it a blank. It sounds horrible.
Incredible. Does it like look like something that World would have recognized, or is it like just some dude's like bad guitar?
It absolutely just looks like some dude's bad guitar.
Hell yeah.
Oh God. Well, hey, you know what? I'm sure that got a lot of love. It looks like it was a touring sort of instrument, so it saw a lot of the road. The case even indicates that it saw the road in direct contact, like it fell out of a wagon
With the
several
road,
times.
yep.
Yeah. So, I'm sure it's got a lot of history. I don't think that's what we're looking for today, but thank you very much for the information. You know what? For your trouble, and she'll toss him like a couple gold coins. Like, thanks so much, and then just like try to get the fuck out of there.
Excellent.
I didn't even get any teeth. Blade place? I still forgot what it was called. I'm the worst today. The
The Fallen Blade.
False blade.
secret blade?
Yeah.
Fall. Damn it.
False.
False Blade. I knew there was a fall in there somewhere.
You got the F, I got the 5. We together created still not the right one.
By our brain cells combined.
Okay, so sorry, I have to do this one thing. There we go. You go into the city now, and you find a pretty expected sight. Just generally bustling town. Actually quite different from what Red Larch is now. More like what it was before all the shit hit the fan, as it were. Just with general busyness, people going around back and forth between markets, stores, restaurants, inns, and the various schools that are around here. So, you lead the way to the False Blade. Would you say you've been here before? You know about the place, but would you say you've been here before?
I think so. Maybe only once or twice, and have skirted around it countless times, but have really only gained the courage to go inside up to 2 times.
Okay. So you would recognize probably a couple people, but without getting too into the weeds with that sort of thing, you would at least recognize that the usual vendor is a tall elven woman named Latona. She doesn't seem to recognize you, but does greet you as you come in, and she's wearing like really nice common clothes, but like is dressed well, and the entire storefront is just like really good looking stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh God, do we gotta get fancy in here? I think we gotta get fancy in here.
I got fancy down. Let's go.
All right, cool. Yep. Try to confidently walk up to this beautiful elven lady. Hello there. We are looking for some materials, some magical items, perhaps. Anything you can do to assist us if I can give you our party's makeup. Can you tell us you have these things?
Why, of course, that's what we do best here. And she'll just give this like elegant sweeping gesture toward like the biggest and shiniest of the item shelves, and that sort of thing, as if to sort of show off.
I'll kind of just turn towards Whirl. You hear that? I think we're going to be able to find our goods here. The list. Okay. We have 2 clerics. Very much in dire need of some good magical items that could help them. Anything that you have. Literally anything. Please don't have something. Literally anything.
Okay. 2 clerics, is that all?
Oh, that's just them. We've got a bard, someone who's very musically inclined. We have someone who's a bit more gruff, former war hero, and someone dabbling in magic they didn't quite ask for.
Well, that's a funny way to say that one of you is a warlock.
Yes.
Anywho, we can check out these items over here. And she will lead you to a couple different shelves and explain generally what they are and what she knows about how they function, and that she herself has not really used any of them, but has been involved directly in procuring this intense collection over a vast period of time. So, all of this is to say, what have we decided on from your list?
I feel like because I came up with like 8 things that some of them could go to multiple people, but then some have to like for sure only go to like 1 or 2 people.
Mhm.
I feel like Whirl, probably the concertina. For sure a Tome of Understanding
Yes.
for one of the clerics.
Mhm.
Those are like for sure. I'm thinking Bracers of Defense for Cal because he doesn't wear any other armor.
Mhm.
Great. And then it's kind of a toss-up of what you want versus what we want the 5th item to be.
Wait, did you say the amulet as well?
I was thinking that unless we thought that there was something better for 2nd cleric. Because a couple of those are just like, there's like 2 things that would be great for really any caster.
Okay, let's
Illusionist
see.
bracers allow you to cast a cantrip as a bonus action. Like the same cantrip as a bonus action. So ideally you could like pop off some fucking Eldritch Blasts, was my thought. And I feel like the Rod of
That's
Absorption
okay.
is just like a box of spell slots.
Yes, very tempting otherwise.
Right. So I was like, well, those seem like they could go truly to anybody, but
Yes, very
I
true.
would do a you.
Let me see.
And then Rod of the Pack Keeper is pretty obviously, you know, Cal. It's a joke. Because it's like fully only for warlocks. You know, all those pacts he's made.
So many. All of them. Okay. Let's see.
I feel like as this is happening, like Iz and I are just like seeing what these things are and just like rearranging them to figure out who would fit into the slot of which person.
Okay. You're still deciding, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say for sure the concertina, the bracers of defense. I think, yeah. Or for sure the concertina and the tome of understanding.
Yes.
Those are like absolutely for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just which one of the top 2 do we think Cal? But I feel like the bracers of defense might be better.
I think so too.
Yeah. And then 2 of the last 4 words are hard. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I get you. Yeah. Definitely on the bracers of defense. That's good. That's good. Tome, concertina. Okay. What does this amulet do again? Let me see. Amulet.
I'm gonna let you read it. Oh, I'm an asshole.
This could probably be good for the 2nd cleric.
I was thinking.
Gain a bonus to spell attack rolls and the saving throw of DCs of your spells. Also determined by the the rarity of that. You can use your channel divinity feature without expending one of the feature's uses.
Yep. You get an extra
Once a
channel
day.
divinity.
Yeah, which is really fucking good. Okay, yeah, I think that's another immediate yes.
Okay.
Now, what the fuck else to do between these other ones?
It's basically down to which one do you want?
Yeah,
Because
that's
we've decided on the other 4. I'm writing all this down, by the way.
Okay, excellent. If you cast a cantrip, use a bonus action on the same turn to cast that cantrip the second time, which is really fucking good.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, some of these are dope.
Yeah, they're sick as hell.
They're also all only like very rare. Like I didn't go too nuts. They're all like mid-grade nuts.
Yeah. Okay. Ugh. Rattle the Pact Keeper's so good though.
Tough choices are tough.
You know what? I'm just gonna roll for it. Just let fate decide here of what's actually in stock and what is currently
Nice.
being stuck by someone. Anything less than a D10 or lower is Pack Keeper, Rod, 11 or higher, bracers. Bracers.
Yep.
Cool. Sick.
Cool.
All right, neat.
It's decided?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, you are able to procure all these items for
Right.
the cost that I told you before of 33,000 gold pieces.
Insane. Oh no, we only have like 200,000 gold left.
Oh no.
Great.
All right,
Well-
perfect. Thank you very much for your hospitality, your items. Enjoy the gold. Yeah, I don't. Do you want to like? They make some really good pastries here that we can bring back.
Heck yeah.
Cool.
Grab some
Think-
pastries and then bounce.
Yes. Think like chocolate croissants.
What?
Ooh.
Yeah.
They can
You know,
do
with, like,
that?
Yeah, you know, with like the little bars of chocolate on the inside. Yes.
Fuck wild.
Very good.
Let's do
Now I'm
that.
hungry. Why I do this to myself?
Never mention a food in a game, gang.
Yup.
Dang it.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll get a set of croissants. I like hyper Frenching French words. And then teleport back to Red Large.
Yes.
Great.
Most excellent.
Oh, there we go.
Mhm.
Okay. So, doing a little exploring, doing a little shopping. You're able to get some pastries,
Mm-hmm.
and everything is grand. Teleporting, right?
Yes. Yep.
Why are you not doing the thing that I need you to do? Sorry. Okay, teleporting back to Red Large. You, I'm gonna say, since you've been here many times before, there's just like no chance of missing or anything, so you are able to do that.
Great.
Back to the Red Large crew for this, I'm gonna say about half a day
Yeah.
that it takes to do all that. Is there anything in particular that you guys want to do?
I mean, yeah, Gert's probably still back at the stables. Just
Okay.
training up the hippogriffs.
And then Taryn would come along with Gert when he woke up this morning.
Okay. All right. So that'll be about the point that. So you've been doing some training with the hippogriffs, griffins,
Hippogriffs.
hippogriffs.
Every
Jeez.
time.
Hippogriff.
Every time, literally every time.
What are they?
They're
With
just
the
pigeons, actually.
hippogriffs?
It's even funnier that we're all so afraid of them then.
Let's see. Yeah, you teleport back and you see that Isnworld. You see that the crew is indeed training with Thorsk and the hippogriffs, not griffins. And I think that is a perfect spot for us to take a quick break as I fix a thing here. There it is. Okay.
Excellent.
All right. Yeah, we'll be back in a few minutes. Restroom refills, all that jazz.
Ooh.
It'll probably be fine. Love that. All right, we're back.
Great.
On that note.
Down deedy.
Yep. Okay. We are back at Red Larch with the whole crew. It's the middle of the third day.
Yeah.
Yes. Middle of the
Was
third
it?
day.
We have
Day 49. We have exactly hit 7 weeks, gang. We've been doing this for only 7 weeks.
Oh my
Amazing.
god!
Yeah. Yeah. Day
So our
49.
countdown timer is 4.5 days left. Is that right?
3.5 days. They
Oh,
leave
shit.
midday of day 53.
Okay.
So I guess technically 4 days because we're at another midday.
Yeah.
Like a noon to noon situation.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
4 days.
Hey.
Yeah.
So, Isnworld, you do see that the others are at the open area between the stable houses where the hippogriffs have been kept and training essentially or watching, whichever you guys prefer, some maneuvering with the hippogriffs.
Hello. We have returned.
Prince.
What's up, guys?
We
Hello.
bring gifts and stuff.
And stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, swoop down with Talik over to the cool stuff.
Oh, you're riding. Nice. Okay. I'm here for it.
Whirl stands perfectly still and pretends that everything's totally fine, even though internally she is screaming.
Oh, goodness.
Oh my gosh. So how'd you fare in Silvery Moon?
I think we did fairly well. Got to see some family, got to pick up some dope stuff, and she'll kind of just start like grabbing a couple things out of the bag, like,
Yeah.
thanks. Y'all want some stuff?
Who wants to read? Who wants a necklace?
That's between you two.
Yeah, you guys
Taryn and
have to
Gert.
pick.
Okay.
One of you gets to read a bunch again, some more this week possibly, and then the other one is going to get an additional necklace, or maybe your first necklace. I don't know how many necklaces you guys want on yourselves.
Did you get? Was this a thing that you bought, or did you just kind of find these things and like know what they do?
Oh, we bought them.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
With
How'd you get
what
the money for it?
So, remember how I was like, maybe my parents are loaded? That is correct. And I'll pull out the diamonds and just hand them to Gert. This is truly a drop in this bucket.
Great.
Yeah, these are
Beautiful.
now yours.
Love it.
You have an additional one as a 500 gold diamond, and you have 3 more 300s, which is the Revivify diamond.
1,400 GP diamonds are crazy.
Yeah, and that was truly a drop in the bucket that is this bag.
Yes.
I also have them written down, so that I also remember that.
Okay, so what I have currently, at least written down in my gear, is that I have
Mhm.
2 that are worth 600 currently.
Mhm.
From that I got from the school, right? So now I have 1 more that's 500 and 2 that are at 300.
Correct.
3 that
Right.
are 300.
Sorry, 3. Yes.
3 that are 300. Okay.
Yeah. And then you might have like 1 charge of like 100 gold worth of dust, I believe also exists.
Like a leftover.
Yeah, left over from the one that we pulverized into 3 portions of 100, and then we used 2 of those portions of 100 so that we have 1 portion left.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
If we want to get this stuff sorted out, let's I like turn digger. Let's get the hippogriffs loaded back in their stables and sort this out.
Sounds good.
Okay.
We do-
So Thorst
we
will
do.
help you with leading the hippogriffs back to their posh stables. And then you are free to go where you are choosing to go.
So I don't know where Cal's been. He kind of just goes about during the day, so we might have to look around for him.
I would probably be at Fangs.
Ooh,
Cool.
okay.
Like, yeah, I would just be training and meditating. That's my goal. So
Oh, okay. You mean like solo training in the yard in the back with the dummies?
Yeah.
And everything? Okay.
yeah, whatever we resources we'd be able to be given. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Excuse me. Okay. So yeah. So many names. I'm now blanking out.
Thing.
No. Your character.
Oh,
Cal?
Taryn. Jesus.
Oh. Oh, buddy.
Wow.
Taryn, you would know that this is where Cal is.
Okay. So, rewind. Didn't say that. I would have said. Cal went down to Fangs this morning when we popped over here. So, stop by and grab him before we head up to our room.
Okay. Head to the room. I don't have a lot to fill in here.
Sure.
The town is basically like in the state it's been in recent days. Not much is different, so the atmosphere is kind of tense but thin. And you're able to go about what you want to be doing.
Smash cut to all the items just being tossed onto the floor. And we look at them, see what's going on.
Basically, yeah.
So what do we have?
I will pull out my concertina, start tuning it. It sounds very squeaky at first until I get the hang of it. For you guys, for our devotees, we'll pull out the amulet of the devout and the tome of understanding. And I'll be like, one of these will make you, I don't know, wise, I guess, and the other one is good for spell stuff. I don't know how I'll just kind of cross hands back and forth to figure out which one you guys want.
Taryn, I will let you decide. I'm done with my book, and I have, 3
I got 2 days to
beautiful
kill.
necklaces, so I'm happy with either one.
What spell stuff does the amulet do?
That was one question. I don't know what like addition we had gotten. We got the Amulet of the Devout at, if it's like +1, +2, or +3, but I know it adds it to your attack rolls and saving throw, or like and spell save DC.
Ooh.
So it's just a decision of what our DM would like us to add make that number be.
It's called an Amulet of Devotion?
Yeah, Amulet of the Devout, I believe.
Okay.
Gert, are you able to attune to more items or?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm only attuned to 1.
Okay.
+2? Okay. So the amulet's a +2 to things.
Ooh, okay. Gert, your channel divinity does healing stuff, right?
Yes.
I feel like you might get more use out of this than I would be able to, like out of this specific feature, because that'll help us more during the fight. Opposed to mine, which is just you get a little bit harder to hit. They might have abilities that don't require us to be like it doesn't really matter what our armor is, you know?
Okay.
Plus that'll also kick you up and we'll be around. There won't be that little bit of disparity between our accuracy anymore, I think.
Okay.
So jewelry?
Oh yeah, we have
Sounds
2 sets of
great.
bracelets, basically. Oh, you get jewelry. That one is what you meant by jewelry. Do you have your bracers already out of the bag? You didn't get the bracers, you got the rod, right?
I
don't
got
remember what you got.
I got the bracers.
You did get the bracers, dope.
Yeah.
Then I'll pull out the other bracers and go, Cal, I would like to think that these are just fancy bracelets. And I know that you don't like restricting yourself with things that will keep you safe, but these are just fancy bracelets. Hand them over. The bracers of defense. Which, if you look up armor, the bracers of defense do not come up. And thus, I believe that they are not
wondrous
considered
now.
armor.
So is this what we wanted potentially a ruling on?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess this is a personal thing that I don't personally like how things are worded and classified and everything, but I suppose technically you are correct. So Cal will reluctantly start to just like look at them and say thank you for the consideration, and he will play around with them a little bit more, trying to figure them out.
Okay. Cal, as you're sort of fiddling with them, you will realize that as you get your hand near the sort of more open end of each bracer, it sort of like opens up to sort of match size with your hand. Imagine like we just watched Endgame. Imagine the gauntlet that Stark makes for Hulk to use, and as he's getting his hand close, it like clicks and moves and opens up to match the hand size. This is essentially
Hell
what's
yeah.
happening with this bracer.
Sick.
And I'm gonna
Okay,
say,
now don't snap your fingers.
I'm
Or if you
gonna
do, only
say,
think of thoughts.
Cal, if you do choose to put these on, they will essentially take the shape and look that you would like.
I mean, I think they look just fine the way they are, and
Okay.
yeah, it's just they're just there.
Sounds good.
Do they? I don't think they do. So So I am gonna be spending. Yeah, I'm gonna be spending some time just kind of with them and getting familiar with the weight and feel and everything else like them. So it's been so long, I forgot how long it takes, but I am essentially working on attuning to them.
Okay. Yeah, that
since
takes
they do
an hour.
require attunement. So it might not be a consistent, full hour depending on what happens here, but I'll be taking some time to do that.
Okay. And for the rest of you?
Same. I'm like futzing with figuring out how to play a concertina for roughly an hour until I'm good at it. So there's going to be a lot of like ha noises coming out of it for a while.
So I'm taking Amulet of the Devout, we said?
The +2 version.
Great.
+2.
So I'm just going to look at it and say, oh, it's so pretty. And that's how I'm going to attune to my amulet.
I like that you just are like Flavor Flav right now with like
Yeah,
all of your-
I just have so many beautiful necklaces.
Yeah.
I'm
My
going
spell
to
save DC is now a 21.
Yeah, woo.
Nobody's saving against anything.
I'm gonna flip the first page of the book over, and on like the hardcover it'll say disclaimer, attunement for this item takes 48 hours. And I'm gonna be like, damn, okay. And I'll start reading this philosophy textbook.
Wait, does it actually say that?
I have to spend 48 hours reading the book
Over the course of like
to
6 days.
over 6 days, so yeah.
What book is this?
Tome
Tome
of
of Understanding. It's the like you have to read this like X amount of stuff in X amount of time, but you raise one of your stats by 2.
Got it. Okay. I missed that you got this. Okay,
Your
cool.
wisdom score increases by 2, as does your maximum for that score.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey Gert, you got any like quick reading tips that you can toss over to Taryn so he can read this a lot faster? You've been speed reading that book for so long.
I
massive.
mean, because it took me a while to get used to the book, and then I had to get used to it, and then I got
That's
faster.
Okay.
So what's the plan, Stan? Got all your stuff?
Yeah. Are we skirmishing? Oh, we also got this guy, and I'll also reach into, I guess, Iz's bag and pull, just like awkwardly, like pull out like, a scarecrow. I'll be like,
This
it's
guy's really
Winston.
cool. Yeah. He's nice.
He was my scarecrow going up, and fun fact, he apparently you can shoot at him, and he like yells at you. So
That's cool.
yeah. So we'll use him maybe also in our skirmish. I don't know if that'll help anything, or maybe we'll just shoot at him in the back, or maybe we'll just give him to Fang. We'll figure it out. Winston.
So before we like fully go into the fake fight, do y'all want to come around and see and get a little used to the hippogriffs and sort of see what we've been working on for the last few days?
Sure.
And just like get used to what they might do to you on the battlefield if you are down.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, good idea.
I want you guys to like I'm training them, but it is as much about training you all to be comfortable as it is training them to know what to do. Because if they pick you up and all of a sudden you're panicking, then they're not going to be able to do their job as successfully. So,
Totally.
Okay.
yeah. That is great. Cal, would you care to join us?
Yes.
Fantastic. So I guess we're all gonna swing over to the stables.
I'm going to stay in the inn and continue reading just to make as much progress on that as possible.
Okay, but we will still need you for the skirmish.
Absolutely. Yep.
Great.
Can we do that in 2 days so we can?
We told them end of week.
Okay, cool.
So
Right.
yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay, real quick, because I'm just remembering it for some reason, even though my note for it is literally the first thing that I pulled up for today.
Sure.
We
Yo.
have some enhancements for you from study and practice with the
Yeah.
Oh,
head of the college.
yeah.
Your necromancy magic will now will ignore resistance and will treat immunity as resistance.
That's dope.
Okay. I gotta write this down.
And Whirl, from your training and practice,
What?
2 times at the end, you regain these at the end of a long rest, but 2 times essentially per day. You have, I don't even know what to call it. I'm just calling it like the antithesis of legendary resistance. When you cast a spell using one of your instruments and a save is required that saves, you
I
can
can negate
choose
the
to
save?
make them fail. Yes.
Oh,
my
fuck snacks.
God.
Twice per long rest.
So legendary fails, basically.
Yeah. Legendary fail.
That's bonkers.
Fuck.
Can you remind me the first part of the necromancy training? I got the will treat immunity as resistance, but then I blanked.
And
Negates
will
resistance?
will ignore resistance.
Okay.
So resistance and immunity come down a notch, essentially.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Like when
and-
you cast Elemental Bane on what's her face in the firefight, where she was immune, so she became resistant.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
And Cal, given your time and practice training in the next to Fangs, I'm going to say that you have a skill that you're trying to develop, but you realize that you actually need a dueling partner at least in order to fully realize it. You are part way to acquiring the defensive duelist feat.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh,
Winston!
buddy, come help.
Wait, let me make sure I have that right. Nope, I need to amend that because that's specific to finesse weapons. What I'm going for is essentially more like a parry, which I know exists in the game, but is not like its own feat.
Mm.
So
It's just a feature that you have to add, which
Yeah.
is weird.
So you're part way to achieving being able to parry physical strikes. But it will take a little bit more time, especially with one other person actually attacking you and practicing it in order to achieve it. Okay. So what's happening? You guys are heading to everybody except Terran's heading to the stable?
Hippogriff
I
training.
think so.
Yep.
Yes.
Hippogriff training. At this point, especially Gert and Terran, you would know that you don't even have to like go to Thorsk directly if you don't want to. He usually joins you and at least like observes and gives you a couple pointers here and there as you've been working with the hippogriffs. But you are mostly self-directed at this point with practicing and like going to get them and practicing and putting them back and everything.
Great. Okay, guys. So, mostly what we've been working on is that they're going to follow orders, pick up people who have fallen down, and bring them to people who can heal them. Those are the big ones.
Mm-hmm.
But also, they're working on dodging and being just good boys in the field. We are very proud of them. They are doing very well. And I haven't quite figured out yet, Juice, what I want to do, like symbol wise, for like just again. I'm just imagining this as like essentially dog training, right?
Sure.
You
You have a
know,
clicker.
yeah, basically, and like you've got noises, words, and hand symbols, right?
Mhm.
And like and butt pats that they know and follow. And
Butt pets.
yes.
Sorry, I'm just saying it right now.
Yes, it's a good butt pat. But yeah, like again, the general like gist is maintaining and making sure that people who are hurt or down can get close enough to people who can fix that,
Okay.
you know. Yeah.
So the idea seems pretty clear cut to me.
Yeah.
I don't really have any clarifying questions about it. I'm gonna say if you want to flavor anything with a specific motion or anything along those lines, that's just what I've been flavoring as what you've been observing Thorsk doing for the teaching.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, I'm perfectly fine with you just saying I give the signal for this action,
Sure.
and that's totally fine.
Okay. And I guess in the context of battle,
Mm-hmm.
I am still trying to figure out, so the hippogriffs move independently, but they move on the turn of the person operating them, essentially. Or is the hippogriff's movement my movement, right? Like
Right.
that's
So here's mounted combat is kind of a beast sometimes, and we've only explored it one time in this campaign.
Exactly.
It was months ago.
Yeah.
So here's how that works over the table mechanically.
sure.
In character, you would understand this. The hippogriffs will have their own initiative. They will have their own movement and actions and everything. You will also have your own initiative. So it could work out that, like, let's say Terran's riding Talak. It could happen to work out that Talon gets its turn right before, or Talak gets its turn right before Terran. And then, the movement coordinating with like some attack or move works out really well. But it's also very likely that you have completely different initiative. The hippogriff will be able to move and take actions on its own turn. If somebody happens to be riding it, they go with.
Okay.
And then on their own turn, the character's turn, if they want to move, that's either like getting off and moving somewhere, or they can't move because you're mounted on the hippogriff. But the action economy is truly separate between you guys.
Okay. But again, like with the movement and with, I guess, would we have to essentially roll an animal handling check every time if the hippogriff is again moving of its own accord? right? Or like we are in two different combat orders, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like Claudius is 3rd in the order and I'm 7th, right? I am riding Claudius. Can I still guide Claudius? Or are you going to kind of decide where Claudius is going to... Are you, as the DM, going to be the one making the decision for that NPC?
I will be making decisions for them when they are not being directly commanded. So
Right.
this whole, I guess we did sort of breeze over the training a little bit. The idea behind the training that you have been doing and that Thorsk has been helping with is essentially you all can give them commands.
Great.
For like attack and move and pick up that person, that, you know, very basic things like that. So when they are being directed, then they will follow what that direction is. Otherwise, they will be acting as a friend to you, Hippogriff, in any scenario.
Great. Okay. Again, I just wanted to like try to get all of that in my brain and make sure that I had it correct so that when we, you know, hopped into this, I wasn't, you know, completely.
Well, and we have a
screwing the
full-on
pooch.
training session coming up, so if it doesn't work out the way you want, you
Fair.
can adjust.
Yeah.
Yep.
So great. Would you folks like to ride and see how, you know, and just get a feel for, you know, being in the air?
Sure.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Hip.
Okay, so who's doing what?
I'm gonna hop on a hippogriff, buddy.
Okay.
And I will hop on the other buddy. I think, like, on her face, she's like totally calm and cool and collected, but her hair is just whipping around right now.
Okay. The hippogriffs are standing there and alert and you know, at the ready, but you guys would recognize that they are waiting for some sort of signal.
Right. I don't remember the signals.
That's okay. You can just say you give the signal. in
I will give
character,
it the
you've been told all the signals. And if
Well,
you
give
want
the
to come up with specific hand motions for things, I'm totally
Is this
down
one
with
of
that.
them?
No. Well, I think Gert would probably, because you guys haven't been around really for any of that
Right.
training, and so Gert would probably like show you the symbol, but
Sure.
in showing you the symbol, they would probably see it and just go, and and it might startle you guys, and
It's okay.
I would feel bad about it, but that's probably just what would happen.
Or we could have you could have like prefaced the signals with us like before we got there. Maybe.
I mean, maybe.
Or not.
Or it just
That
would
maybe-
have happened in
Yeah,
that
that
moment,
maybe
like
would not have occurred
exactly
to,
like
to
that.
Gert
Yeah,
to
no.
do. Yeah.
Like literally, I am just imagining Gert being like, okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your hand and you're gonna go like this, and then you just see them shooting off with all of you guys on.
Ah,
Yeah.
great. Hilarious. And now we're just in the air with the hippogriffs. Great.
Okay. So you're now flying, and they are the two hippogriffs are generally just kind of circling around. They don't really do any specific maneuvers. You're just kind of floating around in the area above the stables for the moment.
Floating and shit.
I feel like maybe Gert will yell at them to do something else, maybe. Because she obviously knows what the commands are. But we
Fred.
don't.
Fuck. Yeah.
I think at this point, World would have activated universal speech, and it's just that way anything that she does say, she can say it to the hippogriffs and they know what's going on. For at least her own sake of needing that amount of communication.
Okay.
And then, yeah, Gert's gonna yell. And then, when you're ready to come down, you just gotta move your hands in this direction, and they'll come right down.
Okay, great. Look.
But wait, we're on them. Can they see our hands from behind them?
You can probably feel
Yeah,
it.
they-
This is my.
They occasionally like check,
Sure.
look
Alright.
back while they're just coasting to check in.
Okay, cool. I'll be like, down now, please. And I'll also make the hand motions, but just in case, I would ask them nicely
Okay.
because they can hear me now.
Yeah, you're gonna feel a little bit of a lurch as your hippogriff doesn't quite nosedive like the more intense move that we've had them do before, but goes down for like a quick and efficient approach to get downward. Is anything particular you're doing with them?
Kind of just following the same motions of like, okay, that's you. Okay, that's how you go down. That's how you go down. Just trying to like commit it to memory the best that I can. Trying to remember like how Taryn and Gert would be handling these sweet feathered babies. Probably failing a little bit, but
It's clumsy and difficult to figure out.
wicked cute.
I guess my question for the group is what kind of code word or action or whatnot would we like so my assumption is that for the majority of this it's going to be myself and Taryn on the hippogriffs, unless there is again some sort of issue that needs to happen where one of you needs them.
Mhm.
In which case we'll need to know that you need them.
Sure.
And so besides just seeing you guys go down, is there, what do we think is going to be a good signal for letting us know, hey, I need a bird, please?
I mean, if we go down, that's a pretty good tell, but we also would not be
yes.
able to communicate that with you because we would be
Correct.
down.
I will, yes. If I would love it if we could have a signal before you go down.
Right.
I would love for you all to be
Sure.
able to utilize the birds before you go down. So that
What
we
if we're
can
all holding balloons and you go down and you likely drop the string and therefore it rises up into... That's a stupid suggestion.
Do we want like a
Um,
code word or a code signal?
either one works for me.
Okay. Do
Um,
we just all need like a bunch of flares so we can just like pop off like a pew? Probably not good because that might scare the birds more.
I mean, they've been through
We
a
just want to
lot,
say like
but
ambulance,
sure, I'd be fine with that. That makes
as
sense.
long as you would also accept amber lamps.
I mean, Cal, you've got military experience. What was a way to tell people to, that you needed help?
Usually the screaming and yelling of the word help or assistance was sufficient. We didn't Didn't really need to code anything.
Okay. So you just want to say help? If somebody says help,
Help works.
I'll send Claudius.
Yeah, it's more. I think the code word is more like it is easier to teach a bird one word than it is. I require assistance in a timely
Yeah.
fashion. Feels like a
Yeah.
lot to try and feed a bird.
Yeah. That's
Like help. It's better.
Also, I have to say, Joe, when you are positioned just right, I can see just "I love junk" and it's the best on your shirt.
That sure is amazing.
Yeah, that's I love eating ass shirt.
Oh, man. Anywho,
He loves junk and ass.
Should arguably be the same thing. Yeah. So
I like that it
good.
also says I love ass games if you do it right exactly that way.
So yeah, I mean we can just go with help. We can just
Let's do help. It's
Okay.
one syllable, easy to
Great.
teach a bird.
great.
It means
Perfect.
do not eat me, please. You know,
Please
the-
God.
Yeah.
Cool. So we will, and basically what's gonna happen is that they will land next to you. If you are able to move, the idea is that you get on them and you come to one of us for heals. If you are incapacitated, then be aware that they will carry you in the same way that they carried the carriage the first time that we met them.
Aw. Memories.
Yes. So, I'm just making you aware
Mm-hmm.
that this is a thing that is going to happen. And so if you wake up and you are just kind of in the talons of our good friends, that's what's happening. They saved your life.
Oh, I have a stupid idea.
Okay.
I'm going to take. There's probably some ribbons somewhere on. Actually, lies. Whirl's gonna hop into her necklace for a second. Come back out with having pulled a bunch of ribbons off of a couple of blankets, and also the 2 shitty earrings that she stole from I think Yartar in the way very beginning. And she's gonna make a stupid bangle for each of the hippogriffs. That way, when she sees her stupid earring, she knows I'm not about to get clamped and die. These are safe, guys. And also then we
Perfect.
can hear them very lightly. Not really jingling. They're like wooden beads. They don't really make
clunking.
a noise. But yeah. It's like tap, 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 tap.
I
So
love
they
it.
both have a big stupid bracelet. Great.
Great.
Okay. Cool.
Perfect. So, I'm guessing we would probably be continuing this training for another few hours,
Sure.
until we're hungry or the sun goes down, whatever comes first.
We brought snacks.
So,
So-
Taryn,
Mm-hmm.
you at the very least. Let me double check here. Yeah, you would notice over the course of the not only a couple days now, but especially over the last few hours, your maneuvering activities and training here is actually starting to draw a little bit of a crowd. Just a couple people gathering like around the buildings and the fence, just like watching you guys and checking it out as you're doing your thing.
I think if I were to see this from like our room in the swinging sword, I'd probably look out the window and glance over, see if anyone looks afraid.
Oh, I should clarify. You notice this like as you're actually there doing the. Oh, that's right. You're not.
He's
He's
not there.
not there.
Yeah, I'm not there.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you see this. You do see this from the room. So yeah, make a perception check.
Ooh. Where's that at? This will only be +4, so this will have a -1 to it because I clicked the tome.
Oh, sure.
Oof. So that's a 9.
Okay. Well, it's across the road, and pretty much everybody is like facing away from you that you can see, and like toward that area that they're training in. So it's really difficult for you to tell if anybody is like specifically feeling any sort of way about it.
Okay. As long as no one's like actively trembling, I'd just give a second glance over and continue reading. Maybe look once or twice at what the actual maneuvers are that are going on. But I would be focusing on cranking out the hours that it takes to read the book.
Okay. Yep. So, sort of second glance, all you really see for the most part is people like, some people are like, they'll stop for a few seconds and just kind of watch and then keep going. In some cases, there will be like pairs or 3 at a time that like actually go up to like the fence and watch, and then you'll see like an elbow nudge or a pat on the shoulder, and then obviously they talk to each other for a moment and then keep watching and then go away. Nobody really lingers for more than a few minutes at a time though.
Okay. I think I would just have a very deep breath, have a sort of a half smile before like hunkering back down and just curling up into a ball and continuing to read.
Okay. So the rest of the afternoon goes by. We'll be hitting a point that wherever the point is that you guys want to be finished with this training and maneuvering for the day. So what would you like to do next?
I don't know. I'm out of ideas for today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, if Cal needs help, or Cal, if you want to like spar with anything, you can hang out with my friend Winston, or you could like shoot things at me, and I could try and get out of the way of them. I don't know if that'll help, but I will figure something out. Does anyone else want to shoot at anybody and see if you need shooting at things? Or are we just waiting for the scrimmage?
I think mostly just
I mean-
that. At least for me. Sorry, go ahead.
Sure, I wouldn't mind, if Cal wants to, hit some stuff. I've got some fun new stuff going on with this amulet. I feel like I'm magically amazing now. I don't know how that happened or when that happened, but I feel like
You're
I'm a
level
god
17.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. yeah, it just seems like somehow my DC my save DC went up to 19.
Hell yeah, it did.
And now I'm
Mm.
like, oh, okay. Huh. I feel like yesterday it was 11. I know that's not the case, but it really feels like it was.
Fair.
But yeah, if Cal wants to hit me a little bit, he can hit me.
Or do we need to try and hit you so you can block all of the hits?
Ooh.
It would be nice to have a live sparring partner for once. but
Okay, rude.
Ooh. I have
We'll-
my fancy mace.
Yeah.
We will see how everyone is feeling in the morning.
I have a tiny sword.
I can work with my mace. I
I
haven't
could
really
make
had my mace.
I could make a different sword.
Oh.
We'll see tomorrow. We'll try it tomorrow.
All of us against Cal. It'll be a hoot.
I
Oh
mean,
my god. That'd be so fun.
fully like this is Andrea talking. I would love to try a PvP and see how fast world goes down. Because she'd be like, out of the way, out of the way, out of the way, out of the way, dead. I think is what would happen.
Goodness. All right. Well,
Have attack with someone for 3 digits in their hit points.
Yeah, but you can heal yourself. See, that's why I think a PvP would be very interesting. Of like how this whole shenanigans would go down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all. Returned.
I mean, we all know Gert would win because she's the only one who can heal properly. Oh.
Sure.
Oh! Brr, 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 brr. You're
Dang.
gonna need some aloe vera for that burn.
I'm not even gonna fight that. I fully agree, actually.
See, it would just, I feel like it would just be like, you'd have to take down the clerics first.
Yeah.
And then it would just be a fight between everybody and Cal.
True.
Anyway,
Okay, it's bedtime.
I've not thought about this at all.
This is the late night conversation. Who would win
Right.
between all of us?
Okay.
I mean, probably is because she can't die.
True.
Oh yeah. That one time that is can't die. Forgot
That
about
one time that is
That
can't
one
die.
time.
What do you mean that one time? Anyway.
Goodness.
Back to the inn.
Yeah.
Chester, Taryn, Wally's reading.
Yep.
Let's.
I've gotten to this section where it's talking about Marxist theory.
I love it. I know I'm an only, but I've got youngest child energy.
Okay, back to the inn. I'm looking at a couple things on characters at the moment. Nope, not there. Okay, so the inn is as it has been for the last few times that we've been here of note. Small handful of patrons, nothing too crazy going on. Food and drink happening. General conversation between a few of the commoner folk in here. Nobody really looks like they're out of place. Nobody really looks like there's anything specific or special going on. It is just here. So, are we going straight for the rest and going into the next day, or is there anything else you want to do here? Talk about, try.
Hey, Taryn or Gert, probably Gert because Taryn is reading. Would you mind sending a message to Brian and just making sure like stuff is cool on whatever plane he may or may not be on right now? Which could be, I don't even know what plane he's on, because it sure seems like he has been to a handful of them.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what to say. World got your note. Just checking in to make things are okay. BT Dubs grabbed a bag of money. We'll return with it probably. I owe you.
I send that exact message.
To
gonna see if we can
Brine,
fix it.
right?
Yes.
And it is a message spell not sending, right?
I mean,
It is
It's sending. Yeah.
Oh, it is sending. Okay.
yeah, because message wouldn't work.
Yeah, I don't
It's
have
like 60
message.
feet
I
away.
have-
Yeah.
Pretty sure, yeah, he's not within like a 1,200 foot vicinity.
Or on the plane, you know.
Right.
Okay.
Unless Gert can see into other planes, and we just don't know yet.
Roll a d100.
Oh,
That's a
jeez.
different number.
Okay. 43.
Okay. What was the exact message you sent again?
Oh, geez.
World got your note, or World got the note. Just checking in to make sure things are okay. We grabbed the bag of money. I owe you.
He will respond.
Ooh.
So we nailed it.
Oh man. He will respond, "You owe me nothing."
Such a dad thing to say.
The rift damages much even here.
Oh.
I face old foes until we meet.
How many foes does he have? So you don't have to ask him that. That's just me speaking out loud and wondering what other dumb shit my dad did in his past.
I mean, if you want me to send another one,
No, it's totally fine.
we're going to bed soon. So
Send messages to other things. Like, I don't know, who else do you want to talk to, Gert?
don't need to talk to anybody. The only people I give a shit about are right here.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean,
No,
let's
I
be
know.
honest, everybody else in my life is dead.
Fair. Valid.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay.
But, well, yeah, I mean, if you need to check in on your dad
No.
or your mom some more, like, we can figure this out.
I mean, I am sure they're fine on whatever plane they're on. Because it sure seems like he has been, like I said, it sounds like he's been to multiples of them, of planes. And I think the information that the Rift is messing with stuff on not just here is both good information to have and also unfortunate information to exist. And so I think
Yeah.
that's kind of, I mean, unless anyone else has any questions about it, then we can keep asking him. But so yeah, just
Yeah, I
checking
think
in.
I think we just need to go to bed.
yeah, have a couple of chill days of sleeping.
Yes. Good rest.
We're flush with cash.
You're not wanting for money.
It's insane in there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Sleeping.
Yep.
I will just in case Iz has the bag, so I'm gonna hop into my necklace.
And I read through the night.
You read through the night. Okay.
I'll read through the night.
Okay. During the night.
Fuck, I knew it.
No.
Oh no.
Is you first.
Okay.
You still sleep, right? Everybody still sleeps.
I
or is anybody?
don't
not
know that I have
Um,
to. Let me check really quick. I don't remember. Where'd it go?
I know
Hello?
my warlock has that boon, but I don't remember if yours does.
Let me see. Yeah, I don't require sleep. I
Okay.
might still. I still require rest to reduce exhaustion and still benefit from short and long rests. So,
Mhm.
I think she might like teeter between sleeping out of habit, and then just very suddenly and vividly walking like out of a dream, and being like, I don't need this. What am I doing? And just like finding other things to do.
Okay. So if that's the case, then I'm gonna say over the course of the weeks that this has been the case now, sometimes you might have a hard time like during overnights between the solitude and maybe not doing much. Sometimes have a hard time like realizing in the moment like, am I dreaming or am I awake?
Oh, okay.
So this will be one of those instances where you
Oh no.
sort of hallucinate for a minute. You'll just be kind of sitting there, and you will see Renwick in
Oh shit.
in full armor with his sword at his side, just basically like phase through the wall, walking toward you. And he's in kind of like a ghostly incorporeal form, and he'll like grab his sword and go through a few motions that you would absolutely recognize as maneuvers he did with you in the time bubble. And he'll go through them over and over and over, and you'll kind of half re-experience what you experienced as like weeks or even longer in that scenario. And at the end of it, you'll actually see him like turn away and do this sort of like almost bowing motion, which you would recognize as something you saw him do. But then like the whole room is gonna shift as if you're camera panning, and Renwick hasn't moved, but you can now like see from in front of him. And while he's doing this bowing motion, you can actually see that he's pulling out of a pouch on his armor a book, and sifting through a few pages, making this like hand motion over it, and you can see words appearing in it. He's going to close it and just open hand it, and it basically disappears, and you feel a sort of weight on your leg, which is where your book is.
Oh,
Shit. Okay.
Gert.
Huh.
During this overnight, you are going to see the Templar in a sort of maneuvering training sort of session with a ghost. It's just like a black ghostly humanoid figure. And you see it as the Templar. But you can see that like over the course of this dream from a third person perspective, that the Templar is going through physical maneuvers and teaching some magical things, and then eventually turns around away from the ghostly figure, puts his sword at its side, folds his wings down, reaches into a pouch at his side and pulls out a book, holds it open, and makes a hand motion. You see words appear on the book. He closes it, does this hand motion, and the book disappears. And now the ghostly figure takes more form, and you can clearly see is.
Weird.
And now we get to the next morning. Taryn, you are now exhausted,
Oh, buddy.
toiling away.
Let's go. But I have 24 hours down. Let's go, baby.
Jeez.
Yep.
I think I'll read for today. I think I'll read 12 more hours sleep and then read 12 hours in the morning, just so it's hopefully I can split that up.
Okay. We're gonna be at the next morning, but let's have one more quick breather, restroom refill stretch, all that jazz. We'll be right back.
Great.
Okay.